You know that moment when you jolt awake at 2 a.m., the room pitch black, your heart already pounding before you even know why? Some quiet voice insists that something is wrong with you. You lie there doing the math on how little sleep is left, promising yourself you'll finally fix this. But nobody ever told you the truth about that moment. Waking in the dark isn't the malfunction. The real strangeness is everything that happens the second your eyes close. Think about what you actually agree to every single night. You climb into bed, shut your eyes, and let your awareness switch off completely. Your muscles go slack. Your body lies there, exposed and defenseless for hours at a time, and you do it willingly, on purpose, night after night. For almost any other animal on Earth, that kind of surrender would be a death sentence. A deer that sleeps too deeply gets eaten. A monkey that loses awareness in the branches falls out of the tree. In the wild, going unconscious is close to the most dangerous thing a living creature can do. Every instinct should be screaming to stay alert, and yet you override all of it. So here's the question almost nobody stops to ask. Why would evolution build a brain that forces you to vanish for a third of your entire life? Add it up, and the number is genuinely staggering. The average person spends close to 26 years of their life asleep. 26 years of going nowhere, doing nothing, aware of nothing at all. Most people just shrug and say the answer is obvious. Your body gets tired. Your brain needs rest. Sleep simply recharges the battery. But that tidy explanation has always been quietly incomplete. Because if sleep were only about rest, your brain would go dark and stay dark. It doesn't. In 1953, two researchers named Nathaniel Kleitman and Eugene Eserinsky were watching sleeping infants when they noticed something that made no sense. The babies were deeply asleep, yet their eyes were darting wildly beneath their closed eyelids. At that same moment, their brain activity suddenly exploded. Those brains didn't look shut down at all. They looked wide awake. This was the first real evidence of what we now call REM sleep, the stage where your most vivid dreams unfold. And the deeper the science looked, the stranger it got. During this phase, your body is effectively paralyzed, pinned down on purpose so you can't physically act out whatever is playing behind your eyes. Your heart rate lurches, your breathing turns ragged and uneven, and your brain starts burning almost as much energy as it does when you're wide awake. Let that sink in for a second. The thing you were always told was pure rest is secretly one of the busiest states your mind ever enters. Something was clearly happening in there. The only question was what? Decades later, a neuroscientist named Giulio Tononi offered an answer that sounds almost disturbing. What if sleep isn't mainly for resting your brain at all? What if it's for erasing parts of it? Here is exactly what he meant. Every single waking hour, your brain is quietly strengthening the connections between its neurons. Every face you see, every song, every notification, every stray thought lays down another tiny pathway. It sounds harmless enough until you realize the process never actually stops. If that building went on forever, your brain would slowly flood with noise, like a hard drive filling with junk until nothing runs properly anymore. So according to his theory, sleep is the nightly cleanup crew. While you lie there unconscious, your brain weakens and trims the connections that don't matter. The important pathways survive. The weak ones quietly disappear. Let's be honest about what that actually means. Every night, something inside your skull is deciding what deserves to stay and what deserves to be forgotten, and you don't get a vote in it. And the evidence just kept stacking up. Studies found that animals kept from sleeping couldn't lock in new memories properly. The information went in fine, but the filing system underneath it broke. Then the brain scans arrived. During deep sleep, cerebrospinal fluid begins pulsing through your brain in slow, rhythmic waves, physically flushing out the waste that piles up all day while you're awake. Some of that waste includes the very proteins linked to Alzheimer's disease. So your sleeping brain isn't powering down for the night at all. It's cleaning itself, repairing itself, editing itself in the dark. And once you really absorb that, one more discovery turns genuinely uncomfortable. Because it isn't just your cells that get rewritten while you sleep. Researchers at Harvard Medical School found that your emotional memories don't just sit quietly and wait. They get replayed and reshaped in altered form. Your brain revisits the embarrassment, the fear, the grief, the humiliation you carried into bed, not gently reviewing it, but actively rewriting how much of it still hurts by morning. Which means the person who wakes up tomorrow is not quite the person who fell asleep tonight. While you were gone, your brain already changed the emotional weight of your own memories. It's not a poetic exaggeration. It's mechanical and real. You are being quietly rewritten, just a little, every single night of your life. But here's the part that almost nobody knows, and it should change how you feel about your own nights. For most of human history, people didn't sleep the way you're now told you're supposed to. In the early 2000s, a historian named Roger Eckerch dug up more than 500 old records describing something he called segmented sleep. For centuries, ordinary people slept in two completely separate stretches. They drifted off not long after dark, woke up naturally around midnight, and stayed awake for an hour or two. They prayed, talked, made love, or just sat quietly by candlelight, then slid back into a second sleep until dawn. This middle waking wasn't a problem to fix. It was simply part of the night. So that 2 a.m. wake-up you've been treating like a personal defect, it might be one of the oldest, most human things your body still knows how to do. It isn't insomnia announcing that you're broken. It might simply be an ancient rhythm your nervous system never forgot, quietly surfacing in a world that no longer leaves any room for it. Then artificial light arrived and changed everything. Factories, alarm clocks, and glowing screens quietly rewrote all the rules. Your body was suddenly handed a rigid schedule it never evolved to keep, and the cost of that mismatch is now everywhere you look. By 2022, health officials estimated that more than a third of adults are chronically running on far too little sleep. When those nights fall apart, so does almost everything else. Anxiety climbs, mood sinks, focus frays. The body quietly strains under the weight of it. Your nervous system is ancient, but the world you drop it into every night is brand new. And those two realities keep colliding somewhere behind your eyes, which leads to a genuinely strange thought. If the thing you call yourself is really just your consciousness, then sleep quietly switches that self off every single night. Your awareness disappears. Your sense of time completely dissolves. For hours, there is no you at all, only storms of electricity firing across billions of cells in the dark. And then, somehow, you simply come back. And you never once question it. You just assume the person who opened their eyes is the same one who closed them. But the version of you that existed yesterday is, in a very quiet way, already gone. Its feelings have shifted. Its connections have been trimmed. Its memories have been gently edited while it slept through the night. Maybe that's the real reason you sleep. Not because your brain shuts down, but because it never truly stops rebuilding you. This isn't a flaw hiding in the design. It is the design. You close your eyes, trusting you'll wake as the same person, while in the dark, your brain quietly decides what stays and what quietly slips away. And by morning, a slightly newer version of you steps back into the world, carrying only the pieces your mind judged worth keeping. So tonight, when you lie down and the lights go out, don't be afraid of where you go. You aren't disappearing into nothing. You're being carefully made again. If this reframed the way you see your own sleeping mind, stay with me a little longer, because there's more waiting for you here.